They were sent from above. Not as men, not as demons, but as powerful beings, messengers from the glory of heaven. Their mission was to bring a message to earth. But what they saw here changed them forever. They came to deliver light, but they chose desire. And that single choice brought down giants, flooded the world, and locked angels in chains of darkness. In the beginning, when the earth was still young, mankind began to grow in number. Sons and daughters filled the lands, and as people increased, so did wickedness. The world turned wild with sin. Violence spread like a storm. The people no longer feared God. They followed the desires of their hearts. God, seeing the rising evil, decided to send his heavenly messengers, beings of light and power. They came down from the skies, not as spirits, but in forms that could walk among men. They were holy. They were given a task: deliver the message of truth to the world. Teach the people to return to righteousness. But something happened the moment they came. They saw the women of earth, human but beautiful, and desire took root in their hearts. They began to speak among themselves. Let us take these women for ourselves. One by one, they turned away from their mission. They were supposed to speak the word of God, but they chose to follow their eyes. They left the truth behind and ran after pleasure. They took women as wives. They lived among humans. They loved. They sinned. From these forbidden relationships came children, but not ordinary ones. These children were giants, strong, tall, powerful. They were fierce warriors. They ruled over men with might. Their names became known across the lands. Some worshipped them as gods, but they were born of a broken law, and they brought chaos. These giants crushed villages. They brought war. They taught mankind secret knowledge that was never meant to be revealed. They showed them dark arts, the ways of blood, and how to kill with weapons. What was once pure became stained. The messengers who were sent to guide had now led the world deeper into darkness. And heaven saw it all. God was filled with sorrow, not just because of mankind's evil, but because even the holy ones had rebelled. The messengers who were supposed to carry his voice had chosen their own way. Judgment came swiftly. Those messengers were seized. They were no longer beings of light. They were bound, taken to a place of deep darkness where no light enters. There they were chained, silent, waiting for the day they will be judged. As for the world, it was too far gone. The giants walked with pride. The people followed them. No one remembered truth anymore. But there was one man who still listened to God. One man who walked in righteousness. His name was Noah. God warned him of what was coming. The earth would not continue in this wickedness. A great flood would be poured out to cleanse the world. And Noah was told to build an ark. While the world laughed, Noah worked. While others sinned, he obeyed. For many years he built, until the sky darkened and the heavens opened. Then came the rain. For 40 days and nights, the floodwaters swallowed the earth. The giants perished. The women who birthed them were gone. The proud fell. The mighty were silenced. And all those who had turned their backs on God were swept away. Only Noah and his family were saved. The messengers, still locked away in chains of shadow far below. They had seen heaven and still chose earth. They had held the word and still chose women. They had stood in glory and chose flesh instead. Their fall is not just a tale of long ago. It is a warning. You can be close to God and still fall if your heart strays. You can have power and still be destroyed if you follow your desire instead of your calling. They were not cast down by war, not by angels, not by thunder, but by choice. The choice to disobey. The choice to give in to what pleased their eyes instead of what pleased their Maker. So remember, even the mighty can fall. Even messengers can be lost. Desire is powerful, but it cannot compare to obedience. Their story was written not to scare us, but to wake us up. Don't trade your purpose for pleasure. Don't abandon your calling for something that will fade. The world remembers the giants, but heaven remembers the fall. And beneath the earth, in a place darker than night, the watchers still wait.